today's video is all going to be about my favorites for spring, and with a little bit of a witchy twist, as always, but most of these items aren't necessarily witchy. I would just say it's a witchy twist because I categorize myself as a baby witch. So I'm going to have different categories for this. The first one is going to be movies and music and books, TV shows, that sort of thing. The next category is going to be more like beauty items, things that I feel have been really fun in this season of life for me to experiment with. After that, it's going to be more clothing items or home decor items, things I physically have bought recently, items that I really enjoy and feel have brought me a lot of spring energy into my home and into my wardrobe. And then finally, it's just going to be activities, spring favorite activities that I've been really enjoying and that I would love to share with you guys in case you guys want to try them out as well. Unfortunately for this video, it's pouring rain outside, but that's just Virginia, I guess. Virginia just loves to rain a lot in the spring, so I guess it's very fitting for where I am. So starting off with shows, movies, books, all that fun stuff, I have been very, very obsessed with the show Anne with an E lately, and I know I'm so late to that. I don't know why it took me this long to start watching that show, but I love it. I used to love that book series when I was younger, and recently I saw the show got canceled, and I thought, well, a lot of people were really upset about it being canceled, so it must be a good show. So I started watching it, and I am so in love with her character, and that actress does such a good job portraying her. I'm about halfway through the second season, and it's even Chris watches it with me, and he's like the king of hating shows that I love, but he's totally into it. He's like vibing with it too, and it gives spring vibes to me, even though it's not technically a spring show. It just, something about it feels very like fresh and springtime, and that time period, again, super weird. Nothing about that time period says spring to normal people, but for some reason for me, anything that's sort of in a period piece drama like that, or Bridgerton, or Pride and Prejudice, Little Women, all of those things scream springtime to me, and maybe someone can tell me why that is in the comments below. I don't know. But along that same line, I've been listening to the book. Hi. Oh, he is very hungry. He wants dinner, and it's not quite dinner time. I'm so sorry. And along the same lines as that, I've been listening on audiobook to The Secret Garden, which again is another book that I really loved when I was younger, and I thought I would re-listen to it or reread it by listening to it while I garden this year, and it's been very fun. But it's such a descriptive, beautiful book. I'm so into descriptive, atmospheric, paint a picture with words type of books recently, and that actually brings me into another thing, which is the physical books that I've been reading. And like I said in the beginning, most of the stuff is not necessarily witchy, but all of the books that I've been reading recently are all witchy books, and like fiction witchy books. And all of them kind of have the same vibe of like a witch who gardens and sort of like low stakes, cozy fantasy vibes. So far I've read this one, which I thought was really cute. I know some people weren't a fan of it, but it is sort of a blend between Practical Magic and Gilmore Girls, which I'm all about that. And then this is her newest one, which I'm almost done with, which I'm also enjoying. It's supposed to be a blend between Pride and Prejudice and Charmed, which I do kind of get that vibe from this as well. And then these two I haven't read yet, but I've heard good things, and they're both very, very, very beautiful covers. Also, I love how this is purple. But yeah, I've just been really into this like garden green witch vibe of books recently, and this one is not set in the spring. This one is the one I'm currently reading, but I don't know about these two, but it just is like giving me spring, fresh garden outside sort of vibes. And these books have been like really inspiring me in my own gardening journey, and actually am learning a little bit about gardening through some of these books, especially like the witchier side of gardening and what certain plants mean and what they can do for you, and I think that's really fun. And yeah, I recommend kind of delving into this if you're a witchy girl like I am. It just kind of has been really getting me in the vibe and in the mood to garden and be more of a green witch. And then the last thing in this category is just what movies I've been watching, and it's more of a genre, and it's the early 2000s rom-com era. A lot of like Drew Barrymore, Sandra Bullock, Kate Hudson, like that era of movie. I love it right now. I'm like eating it all up. Like 13 Going on 30, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, The Proposal, Never Been Kissed, Ever After, like all of these movies I am so down for right now. Just watching them one after another. I can't get enough. So glad I have like Netflix and I can just keep finding more and more of them. But yeah, those definitely give me like refreshing spring fun, love is in the air type of vibes. You know what I mean? The next category is beauty items, and the first one I have is headbands. I've been very obsessed with headbands. One, because I can't decide what to do with my bangs right now. I keep cutting them and then deciding to grow them out and then cutting them. And as we all know, when you have bangs, they can get very annoying. So it's nice to be able to just like slip one of these things on and then no longer have to worry about bangs. But the ones I've been really loving are from Technology or Free People. I think these are from Free People. Honestly, no, they're Free People, yeah. These two are from Free People, and then this one's just from Target. I do like these because they're easy to just put on, but I tend to get a headache from these things if they're on for too long. And both these types don't give me headaches. So I will link those below, but I also have another one of this coming from Free People in a different color. It's been on back order for like 6 months and I still haven't received it yet, but I do really like this headband, so I'm hoping that it will eventually come in. And then the next thing is kind of interesting, but it's a smell. I've never been a citrusy smell kind of girl. I've always loved vanillas and musky smells and more like woodsy type of smells, but recently I've just been very into like a very citrusy orange type of smell. And I found this new product from Saltaire, and I guess it's two products. This one is the fragrance mist, and then this one's the matching body oil. And I also got the deodorant, but I don't recommend the deodorant because I put it on like 15 minutes later. I smelled bad, so can't recommend that. But these two smell so good. They smell like you're literally taking a bite out of an orange in the middle of a summer on a hot day sitting by a pool. Like that's exactly what these two smell like. And on top of that, I've been really liking oranges lately, and Chris and I have been buying like literally 10 oranges a week, just eating them nonstop. So if you like citrusy smells or you're trying to like dabble into citrusy smells, I definitely recommend these. And they're really, honestly, they're on the cheaper end. They're not like the high-end perfume, so if you want to just like dabble in something a little less expensive, I would also recommend these. And then along with that like citrusy smell, I tried this product by Day, which is their hibiscus wave, if you can see that, hibiscus wave spray. And this again has like a really nice citrusy smell, and I like this because I'm trying to in the summer do a little bit more like natural looking waves. I have like a little bit of wave texture to my hair. I think it's called like an Irish curl or something like that, which is kind of what this is. I did throw like a few curls in the bottom just to give it a little bit more body, but most of this is just natural, and I just spray this stuff on it and kind of like scrunch it in, and it helps it get a little bit more texture and body to it because my hair is really fine. So this is really nice. I think I'm going to use this a lot in the summer, and I really enjoy the smell. I think Day has a unique set of smells and scents for their products. Really like this. It smells very nice. Okay, and then the last thing in this beauty category are Glamnetic nails. I bought like, I guess 4. I bought 4 of these in these bright, fun spring colors. And I don't have anything on my nails right now, so I'm planning on doing one of these, but I just love Glamnetics. And if Glamnetics ever sees this, I would love to work with you. I am obsessed with your nails. Ask anybody, I'm wearing them constantly. I tag you guys all the time because I love you, and I would recommend these to anybody because they're so easy to get on and off. They last forever, and I like that you have like different lengths because for gardening and stuff outside, having shorter nails is so much easier than having the long nails. But even if I wanted the long nails, gardening, I have been doing it with longer nails on and they have not been popping off. So I can't recommend these enough. Plus they have such cute colors. I think the one I'm going to do next is this. Which kind of matches what I'm wearing. The next category is going to be home / clothing attire. I have an addiction to buying clothes, so I'm not going to go too into clothes because that would take forever, but I do want to show you the dress I'm wearing right now that I got from Princess Polly, and I'll put in a little clip right here. I'm obsessed with this dress. I feel so pretty in this dress. I never thought yellow was my color, but I feel like wearing this dress, yellow is my color, and I don't even have a tan right now, and I still don't feel washed out or anything, which is pretty nice. I normally, with pastel colors, look a bit washed out, but I am just obsessed. It makes my boobs look good. It has like a nice little corset in the back. It's very long, but not too long that I'm tripping on it. Dude, my cat is killing me. Salem, it's not even 5. I know, you're hungry, but it's not even 5 o'clock. We get into fights every day. He always yells at me because he wants food. It's literally 4:45. He gets fed at 5. Anyway, and then the next thing is this necklace. These are from the brand Fable England, and I love Fable England. They're such a whimsy, like girly, feminine, magical little brand, and they sent these to me. They were gifted, but I'm wearing them all the time, so I highly recommend. I buy stuff from them all the time. They just sent me these, part of their Peter Rabbit collection, and I love them, but I own a ton of other stuff from them that I bought, and I highly, highly, highly recommend them. The only other clothing item that I'm going to recommend today, or talk about today, are PJs. And I'm a PJ girl till I die. I have loved PJs since I was very little. My mom and I are PJ obsessed. Every time we went to Target when I was younger, we would come home with a new pair of pajamas, and we would go to Target at least once a week. So that tells you how many pairs of pajamas I had growing up. But I found that my favorite pairs of pajamas and like design, comfort, fit, all of that stuff, and price range are from Aerie or from American Eagle in general. And I'm going to show you guys a clip here of all of these different pairs, but they are so cute and so comfortable, and they fit me so well, and they actually are long enough for my arms and my legs. And that's pretty rare for me because 5'10", I have really long arms, really long legs, and usually pajamas that are not on the pricier side are way too short, and to me that's like so uncomfortable. I hate feeling like a hobbit walking around in my own home or wearing capri pants, or my clothes are like this. It makes me feel self-conscious in my own house, which is ridiculous, but I don't feel like that with their pajamas. So if you're a tall girl, highly recommend. Also, they're just comfortable for anybody, but yeah, I definitely recommend. And they always have the cutest patterns. I love their fall pajamas. I have a bunch of those. I have a few Christmas pajamas, and I have their spring pajamas. Also, I have 2 like little home items, I suppose. These little mugs that I got from Amazon. They're just like the perfect cappuccino size mugs. There's a 4th one, but it's in the dishwasher right now, so just showing you these guys. They're so cute. I love it. They look like, you know, hand painted. I don't know if they are or not, but I'll link them below if you guys are interested. And they're just very springy, very cute mugs. And then I'm not going to bring it up here because it's kind of big and it's plugged into the wall. But the only other home item that I wanted to show you was this toaster, and I'll insert a video here, but this toaster is from Anthropologie, and I have never thought that I wanted a fancy, pretty toaster, but we decided to splurge on this beautiful toaster from Anthropologie. It is not necessary, and I am not telling you that you should go buy a toaster this expensive that looks this bougie or whimsical or whatever, but it's just a fun thing that we decided to purchase for our home, and it just matches our aesthetic and style, and it's honestly a really good toaster, and it toasts 4 slices of bread instead of just 2. So our other toaster was like a $11 toaster from Walmart that we had for years, so we felt it was time to upgrade our toaster, and this was just the perfect one. The last item in this category is this bag that I got from Free People. So immediately when I saw this bag, I thought of the movie Tangled, which is one of my favorite movies. Oh, I should have put that in the beginning. I'm gonna add that. This is like future Maya telling past Maya. Add that. But I'm so obsessed with this like sun celestial pattern. I love celestial anything, so like the night sky, but also the day sky, and I never think about getting patterns with like suns on them. And this bag is a canvas bag, so it's very sturdy. It has no pockets on the inside, but it's one of those bags I think I could definitely use for like throwing books in and going to the beach and, you know, just beach attire, or going to the library and like getting the books or whatever it is, or even like going grocery shopping. This is perfect for that. But this bag is so cool, and I plan on using it so much this spring and into summer. I'm just very excited. And it really wasn't that expensive as far as like Free People bags go. I think it was like 80 bucks, maybe 90 bucks. And normally bags in Free People are like astronomically, insanely expensive. Not that 90 bucks is cheap, but for Free People, not bad. Okay, so the very last category is hobbies. I have been really loving just being creative lately, and I mean that can mean anything literally to anybody, but I've been doing 3 different things that I feel are kind of getting my creative juices flowing besides just doing content creation. And one of those things is painting, and I discovered gouache paint recently. So I have 2 different kits of gouache. The first kit is a more cost-effective kit, and this is what I would recommend if you first start painting. This is in a tray, and unfortunately I was not very good about taking care of, oh my god, about keeping it moist, and you should be spraying it and covering it with saran wrap. But the nice thing about gouache is it's water soluble, so once you respray it, it becomes workable again, but it's not quite as good as when it never dried out, do you know what I mean? But anyway, this kit is really nice, especially if you take care of it, better care than I did. Very cost effective. And then I recently got this, which this is much more expensive, and I can't say I recommend this unless you're like serious about painting. Not that I'm super serious about it, but I really wanted a nice painting kit. And they're actually in little tubes, you can see, and each one is like a different color palette. So I've been really enjoying painting with these lately. I also got myself a little new sketchbook where I've just been trying to fill it out. The next hobby that I've been doing a lot is actually sort of a twofold thing. So if you follow this channel, you know that I love to garden, and my garden has been taking up most of my time recently. I've been painting my garden a lot, so that also has to do with the previous hobby. Gardening has been like, I don't know, it's been the most therapeutic, fun, eye-opening, difficult thing I've done in a really long time, just because there's so much to it, and I'm learning so much, and I'm just enjoying it and feeling like connected to nature and connected to plants, and I don't know, it just like fills my cup so much. And that is why I feel the most drawn to being a green witch. I just, no matter how stressed I am, if I go outside and put my hands in dirt and just do a little bit of gardening, I just feel like stress washing away from me. And gosh, I just can't recommend it enough. Even if you have just like the tiniest little space on a patio, and you know, you're in an apartment building, which I at one point had a garden like that, you can still grow things in little pots and have container gardens, and you can do sunflowers, you can do so much in little containers, herbs, all of that stuff. And it doesn't matter, it's all part of, you know, just growing things and being connected with nature, even if it's in a smaller sort of way. But the second part of that is I really want to learn to bake and cook more with the ingredients that I have from my garden. And I want to use like edible flowers for baking. I want to use the vegetables that I hopefully grow. I'm definitely better at growing flowers than vegetables, so we'll see about the vegetables. Last year I was able to grow a lot of tomatoes. This year I tried to do a lot more, so like cucumber, squash, onion, tomatoes. So far my cucumbers are not looking too good, so we'll see. Maybe I can bring them back to life. The tomatoes look like they're potentially starting up. Squash, we'll see. So jury's still out for all of that, but I would love to create recipes using the things out of my garden and learning about the different qualities of those things, and how they can heal you, how they can heal your body and your mind and your spirit. Do spell work with those things. I did get this little edible flower kit from Anthropology not a long time ago, like maybe like 2 or 3 months ago, just to like start out with baking. So I want to start out by using this stuff. I have hibiscus, rose, lavender, jasmine, and chamomile. And I'm in my garden, I have lavender, jasmine, chamomile, and rose, just no hibiscus, so I can refill all of these, which is really cool. But yeah, so that's kind of transferring my green witch skills potentially into more kitchen witch vibes. I don't know. Again, I'm so new at all of this witch stuff. Very much a baby witch, but I'm learning and it's really fun. Yeah, so anyway, those are my spring favorites this year. Let me know below if you want me to make another video like this for summer or fall, or a topic specific, like my favorite perfumes or my favorite hair products or whatever it might be. I really do like to chat about this kind of stuff. I just love connecting with you guys and seeing what you guys are interested in, and seeing if you guys like the same stuff that I do, or recommendations that you guys have, which I would love to hear below if you have any fun spring stuff you'd love to recommend. But with all that being said, I think I need to go feed my pets before they literally gnaw their own paws off. How's Salem? Yeah. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.